I am so excited because the most profitable months of the year as a print-on-demand seller are right around the corner. It's super hard to believe that it's already time to start thinking about fall and holiday designs. But as you know, as a print-on-demand seller, it is vital to be working at least a couple months in advance in order for your products to actually have time to rank and people to find them. So if you haven't already, it's definitely time to start creating and making Halloween designs. Now, if this is your first year in print-on-demand, Halloween is one of the most profitable times for a seller. So it's super important you're getting good designs up to maximize your profit earnings. Now, I am extra excited today because I am joined on my channel by the fabulous Cassiy Johnson. She is really just an expert in all things print on demand. She shares super valuable tips on design, niching, SEO, tons of tutorials. So if you're not following already, I'm going to link her channel down below. Definitely make sure you go subscribe over there too. Now, this video is actually part of a two-part collaboration that I've done with Cassiy. In our first video, we shared 10 of the most profitable sub-niches that you guys definitely need to design for this Halloween to be able to make a ton of sales. Now, if you haven't watched that already, I will also link that down below. You definitely don't want to miss it. If you've already watched that video and you're here from Cassiy's channel, drop the phrase trick or treat down in the comments below. And in this video right here, we are going to be showing you how to go from idea and concept in those Halloween sub-niches and then turn that into a full-fledged design that is super unique, has low enough competition, and it has all the components to become a best seller so you can make tons of sales this Halloween. There are some amazing niches in this video that you do not want to miss, and make sure you check out this video to watch the full list after. Now, what is sub-niching and why is it so important when we're going to be targeting holiday designs? So sub-niching is basically taking a broad category and you are just putting a little bit of a different spin or making that niche just a little bit smaller by adding another component to that type of niche. With Halloween designs, this is a super profitable niche. However, there are so many designs that are just geared towards the general Halloween niche. So if you're a new seller, you're trying to throw up a bunch of Halloween designs, you're probably not going to make a lot of sales if you're going to be competing against the thousands and thousands of other pages of Halloween designs. So what we can do as sellers is actually take that broader category of Halloween and maybe cross it with something like careers or hobbies. So all of these designs and niches that we're showing you today has taken that broader Halloween category and then crossed it with something that makes it into a design that has way less competition, but still a ton of demand. So let's jump over to all of those niches and designs right now, and we'll show you exactly what we did and why. Now, the first Halloween sub-niche that I know is going to be a really great seller this year, it's already starting to sell well, is that Halloween and reading niche. So we shared earlier that this is an amazing niche to be targeting because the reading genre just in general has exploded. So if you can cross that with the power of how many sales Halloween gets, you're going to have a winning combination. So these are some of the types of designs that I shared in that original video. So with the reading Halloween niche, there just weren't a lot of designs in general, but any of the ones that I could find had this ghost books theme. While that is super cute, what I love to do as a seller in print on demand is take what's already out there and see how I can either improve upon this or change it and add something different to the marketplace that's going to help me stand out against all the other designs. So instead of going with that ghost theme, I thought that maybe I could tap into another little part of that like creepy Halloween vibe, which is skeleton designs. I came up with this design here. Now, what I did is I really wanted to incorporate some of that fun kind of creepy Halloween style lettering. So on Kittl, I actually started creating a design. So first I wanted to find a phrase that I thought would do really well. And so I actually, upon doing some research in the reading niche, I found this phrase, just one more chapter. This had never been put on a Halloween design before, but I thought it could do really well if I crossed it kind of with a skeleton design, because you know, it's like you're reading so long, like you just want to finish this book and then you realize you've been sitting there for 12 hours. So I thought that could kind of be a little bit of a funny phrase to put on this skeleton shirt. So I started with the phrase, and then what I found is there really weren't any of the graphics that I was looking for. I knew I kind of wanted like a girl skeleton, probably with her hair up, reading a book, and I really just couldn't find what I wanted. So I actually decided to use Kittl's AI features and I typed in this phrase right here, kind of playing around with that. And it definitely took some trial and error. I made several different designs that were almost getting there and then they didn't quite work. So I just played around with the wording and the different styles that you can choose from. And eventually I came up with this design. I thought it worked perfect. I loved those colors. Then that really just came up with a winning Halloween and reading niche. Let me know what you guys think about this first design. Let's see what Cassiy created for her first Halloween design.
Thank you so much for having me, Hannah. I'm excited to show you all the designs that I created for this video. My first one, I got some inspiration from a best-selling PNG on Etsy. Normally, I would actually go find some type of bestseller on Etsy right now in an unrelated niche to Halloween, and I would see if I could turn it into a funny Halloween shirt. That way we are going to be cross-niching like we're talking about. So my first one I'll show you is this one right here. I did a pocket design on the front of just the little cute cauldron with the witch's boots sticking out. So this one I chose to do a Western theme mixed with Halloween. And on the back it says, I don't have a resting witch face. I'm just a witch that needs rest. So I thought this was a really funny one to easily mix over with Halloween. And I found some of these cute kind of like retro-y Western graphics to put with it. So I hope you enjoyed this design because I thought it was really cute and really hilarious. And I incorporated some other things that I see doing really well on Etsy, like every other letter being a different color and the muted colors as well.
All right, so the next Halloween sub niche that I had shared in the video over on Cassie's channel was Halloween plus pregnancy or gender reveals. Now, pregnancy and gender reveal shirts are actually some of my best sellers all throughout the year. This doesn't have to specifically be related to a holiday. It's just a generally good niche. So that is what makes a really good sub niche with another holiday, is something that already does really, really well, regardless of the season or trend. So I wanted to cross Halloween with a gender reveal for this next design that I was going to make. So some of the inspiration that I took was from these types of designs here. Now, a lot of them were more leaning into that pumpkin theme, kind of more fall. It doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween. So I wanted to do something a little bit different and go with more of a witch theme instead of just a pumpkin Halloween. So I kind of took this concept and then I just started thinking about what are some witchy elements, and I immediately thought about a cauldron, which I thought would just be perfect because imagine a mom with a pregnant belly just kind of with that cauldron right there. So I took a cauldron graphic and then just using some of the distortion lettering features that Kittl has on their platform, I just kind of formed some different words to say a baby is brewing and take up that cauldron space. I added a few more Halloween babyish elements. And then I had a super cute design that would look adorable on a pregnant mom. So that was super easy for me to do. And you could do the same kind of concept with more of a gender reveal type shirt too.
And for my second design, I decided to make bachelorette shirts mixed with Halloween. And then I did a retro style for it to mix together a couple different things to show you exactly how I would do this. I looked through the search results and almost all of the designs were just black and white with the exact same saying. And so I did a retro colorful design with a funny different saying than I saw in anyone's listing. So I would be hoping to really stand out with this one. I also tried to stand out with my shirt color selection. So I really wanted to go for a more traditional looking bachelorette shirt, but just with a Halloween twist. And I think that's exactly what I achieved here. So I added the cute little martini glasses in the ghost's hands. And then for the bride shirt, I added the little ring and I color matched to the rainbow I found, and then I added the little words around the sides of it. So I thought this one was a really funny and cute design that would really stand out against all the people only selling white and black shirts with black and white words on them. And that's exactly what you want to do with your designs too, is stand out and give them a reason to click yours instead.
So one of my absolute favorite sub niches to cross different holidays with is actually going to be like the general hobby niche. So a lot of times hobbies, I think of things like sports, maybe cooking, dancing. In this sub niche, I wanted to go for more of a sports theme. You know, school is starting up in the fall, so a lot of people are going back to playing sports. And so I wanted to do something that had to do with like basketball. And so I thought kind of like that first design, I could do maybe like a skeleton basketball design and come up with something super cool that could sell really well during Halloween. Now, I wanted this one to have more of a sporty vibe because we are kind of aiming it at people that are playing the sport. So I wanted some fun colors as well as maybe more streamlined sporty lettering as opposed to that kind of creepy Halloween lettering. So I came up with kind of a fun basketball design, and then I wanted to find a skeleton doing some kind of basketball movements or maybe holding a basketball. And again, I couldn't really find any graphics that perfectly suited what I needed. So this is really where the power of AI generated images comes in, because there is so much that you can do with print on demand, so many sub niches, but a lot of times if you are not a drawer yourself, it's really hard to find the exact graphic you need. So again, I just played around with Kittl's AI tools, and then I came up with some really fun skeleton basketball graphics that just fit perfectly with this design that I had created. Now, with something like this, I love it because even though I took inspiration from kind of some of these other sporty skeleton designs, my end result doesn't look anything like those ones that I initially had looked at, and that is truly the key to being successful in creating new bestsellers. So that doesn't mean that you are completely reinventing the wheel. You want to take components of niches that have already been proven to do well, but by putting your own spin on them and changing them to suit the niche is really where you're going to have a lot of success. This Halloween can definitely be one of your most profitable seasons yet, especially if you're a new seller. This is where you typically start to see so much profit coming in for the first time. So make sure you are getting your Halloween and other fall designs up right now. And to see the 5 other Halloween sub niches that are super profitable, make sure you watch the video down below in the description over on Cassie's channel and go follow her there too.
Thanks so much for having me, Hannah. I loved your designs.
Definitely let us know down in the comments which design was your favorite. We would love to hear that. And if you want to see more how you can use Kittl's AI features, definitely watch this video next where I give a full tutorial on how to use that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.